Oh, it's the final day of the season for Millwall away at Swansea. And for some Millwall fans, they never thought the end of the season would come. It's been a long one for George and all the Millwall faithful, but it ends without any kind of worries of relegation or promotion. How do you feel, George? Another good win.
Yep, another good win. That's 4 wins on the bounce now. I mean, I feel like this season's gone on forever. Honestly, we've gone through three managers, ups and downs, roller coaster of emotions. I feel like I've had another 20 years onto my life through this season alone. But yeah, it was good to finish our last home game with a victory over Plymouth. A well-deserved victory, I thought as well. I thought we controlled it throughout the game. Jake Cooper popping up late on with a header. So yeah, it's been an up and down season, but we've ended up finishing in it really really strongly. I mean, since Neil Harris has come back in since his first game, which was away at Southampton, till now, we're actually top of the form table. So listen, he's unbeaten at home as well. He's made the Den hard to come and beat at Millwall. It's a fortress again, which is what we wanted as fans. So you can't knock it. No.
Absolutely. And of course, in the last four games, form table, Swansea, your opponents this weekend, are right up there with you as well. So this is going to be a battle. Is it likely? Can we see like take the shackles off, like a 4-4 or a 3-3 game? Have we got that in this Neil Harris side, or are we still going to be very conservative, or can we just go for it? This game.
Well, one can dream, can't they? One can dream that the shackles will come off and we'll just start scoring a load of goals. But realistically, we haven't done that all season, really. If we've won games, we've won them by one goal margin, say 1-0 or 2-1s. And listen, it's clear to see where Millwall need to strengthen in the transfer window. We need a striker. However, both teams have got nothing to play for. Hopefully, the shackles will be off. Obviously, we're doing really well under Neil Harris since he's come back in, and Swansea look really have finished the season strongly as well. So let's hope it will be an entertaining game. Saying that, it will just be 0-0. You can tell it will 0-0.
And of course, there's four teams: Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday, Plymouth, and Birmingham, which are all going to be sweating over others' results over the weekend. How does it feel not to be involved in that when actually for large parts of the season we actually probably felt Swansea Millwall might have something riding on it?
Yeah, a little bit of relief. I don't think you can paint over the fact that it's been a poor season for Millwall. I think we've underachieved. I think with the squad we've got and how well we did last season, I think it's been largely quite disappointing. We've gone through three managers, several different styles of football, and we've ended up back home. Let's just say with Neil Harris, back to the tried and tested the Millwall type manager who plays a Millwall type style of football. So listen, all what matters really is that I said it from the beginning. All what matters is that Millwall stay in the division. The priority was for us to stay up, and for a long time it was looking quite bleak, especially under that period under Edwards, where in the end he was rightfully sacked because it was looking quite doomed for a while. However, Neil Harris has come back in, and you've got to give him credit. Although the football and the style of football isn't fantastic to watch at times, we're winning games, and he's done really, really well. So yeah, a relief more than anything the fact that we're going to stay up. But I'm hoping for a strong transfer window, a good pre-season, and we can kick on again next season and start the season as well as we finished this season because we have finished really strongly.
Okay. How much funds or what are you aware might be available? Or I mean, it's not going to be loads, is it? But do you think there's going to be a bit of a decent kitty to make some decisions with?
Mm. Well, James Barrelson, who's the chairman in charge now, listen, you'd like to think that he'll invest a substantial amount of money into the football club, especially because year on year the championship is getting better. I mean, this season is probably the strongest we've seen the championship ever be. If you look at the three teams coming down, some of the sizes of the football clubs and where they've been in their recent history, a lot of them have played Premier League football. So every year it's getting stronger, which means we have to invest, we have to strengthen as well. The funds have never really been there, so I don't expect Millwall to go out and splash loads of cash. However, what I will say is that it's looking very, very likely that Zian Fleming will be sold in the summer. And yeah, and that money which we get, if he does get sold, and depending on what the price tag is, you'd like to think that might get him reinvested into the squad, especially in the attacking areas. The number 10 and the number 9 position, you'd like to think would invest in those. I think we need a young centre back. I really like Japhet Tanganga. Do I think we have a chance at signing him in the summer? No. I really like Charlie Cresswell, who was on loan last season and hasn't played a single minute, barely a single minute for Leeds. So I'd really like him to get him in. And obviously Sean Hutchinson's out of contract. Jake Cooper's now in his 30s. Murray Wallace is in his 30s. So we need a young centre back. So investment has to be made in the summer for us to push on next season. And like I said, the league is getting stronger. So if we don't invest, we could be looking at another potential relegation fight next season, which I don't want. No one at the club wants. So.
We'll be here with you all next season to review that all as well. Thank you for your contributions this season. I can't let you go without talking about that pitch invasion. Though you'll have seen the videos, as we all have on Twitter, of the little tiny bit of rope holding back, Millwall fans from Plymouth. Is that the side of Millwall that I think it's very easy to make it onto social media and stuff like that, but is that the side of Millwall that you as a fan disappointed to kind of still see those kind of things and really hope that the club could distance itself and that kind of stuff now?
I was disappointed. Yes, I think the club have shot himself in the foot because it's almost become tradition, whether it's right or not. It's almost become tradition that there will be an end of season pitch invasion at the Den, and they decided to have the Player of the Season awards being given out after the game. When, in my opinion, if you knew it was going to happen and you knew the obvious was going to happen, why not have those awards before the game? So then the pitch invasion happens, and then instead you can have the awards done and dusted before the game. The Player of the Season and the fans and the rest of the players, they get their moment, and then the game commences, and then whatever happens after. However, so I do think the club has shot themselves in the foot for that one. They had to have the awards before the game. However, the pitch invasion, I don't understand, and I never will do. We've just finished 16th. We've underachieved. We've had a relatively poor season. What are we pitch invasion for? What are we celebrating? We've been poor all season. And a lot of it as well. A lot of them are just little kids, unfortunately. So it ruins it. It ruins it for the hardcore loyal fans who are there every single week, the season ticket holders who are there every single week, and actually want to give the players a send off and have that and give the players their moment with their families. However, it's all just gets ruined in the end a little bit. So I was disappointed. It was disappointing for that to happen, certainly. But listen, the players in the end got their moment, I'm sure. The steward in that Millwall never fails to impress. I mean, the piece of rope which came out, I mean, I don't really know, to be honest with you. In the end, when everyone sort of went back to their seats, the stewards then had to put the bit of rope around, sort of circling around the tunnel, and they made a mess of that in the end. So they obviously have to try and protect the players. They ended up making a mess out of that. Then I'm looking around, and there's a punch up over there, there's a punch up there, there's a punch up over there. I mean, it was all kicking off. And in the end, I was like, oh, honestly, just get the awards over and done with, and I want to go home. I want to go back to the pub. So, but yeah, never failed to impress. Never failed to impress.
Good old Millwall, eh? Never mind. Right, okay. All right, let's get some final score prediction from you then. Away at Swansea then, this Saturday, 12:30 kick-off. What are you going with?
I'm hoping that the shackles will be off, like we said. I'm hoping that would be an entertaining game. Both teams got nothing to play for. Sort of see the two sets of fans off for the summer. I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw. I'm not too bothered about the result. If we lose, we lose. It is what it is. If we win, brilliant. But I think with me, I'd like to see a couple of the youth players start. There was no youth players on the bench at the weekend against Plymouth, which was a little bit disappointing because we've got nothing to play for now. Why not experiment a little bit? So I think come Saturday, it's an opportunity to experiment with a few of the youngsters, give a couple of first team debuts out. But yeah, 2-2 draw, I think.
Okay. Nice one. Thank you very much, George. Enjoy the game. Thank you for all your contributions this year. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks to review the whole of the Millwall season with you.
No worries. Thank you very much. Cheers.